And there was a war going on in that place. Like I started like feeling the energy, and I came back right away.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Ivory, and thank you so much for being here. I wanted to welcome a new guest for you guys. Her name is Susana, and she has an awesome YouTube channel called Astrea. And so today she'll be talking about her spiritual journey and also something called BILOCATION, which I am super excited to get into. And alrighty, hey Susana, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
So I wanted to see if you could talk about maybe some of your experiences, your spiritual journey thus far, and anything that you wanted to say, maybe anything memorable that you've learned.
So my spiritual journey has been always there. I don't know, it's not like something happened in my life. I've been always connected to my spiritual guides. I always had knew that I had abilities, like healing abilities with my hands, psychic abilities. I grew up in a family where my dad is also like psychic, and he connects with different beings. And from my mom's side, there are more healers. So for me, it was easy to understand that something was happening, even though I didn't share it with anyone. But I don't know, with my spiritual guides, it was always like something familiar to and easy to communicate with them. So it's not like something happened out of the blue. But I did start being a healer and a channel later on, when I was actually, my spiritual guides told me that I needed to be a full-time healer now. So I followed the task, and now this is what I do full-time.
And here you are, and that's awesome. And so what was it like when you first heard spirit or felt spirit?
Is that they've been always there. The difference was when I was around 4 years that I started feeling and connecting with beings that passed over, like dead people. That's when it was weird and uncomfortable, because I was able to feel my spiritual guides on my right side, and then the other beings here on my left side, and the energy was different. It was so intense, like they were trying to get my attention. And I was like, something weird is happening, but why? I don't see them like how I see these other beings, which I didn't call my spiritual guides at that time. And they make me feel so uncomfortable. So maybe it was kind of bad. Like I started getting a lot of fear at that moment, because I couldn't understand what was happening, and I never heard anyone talking about this. I thought, you just don't talk about it. It's just your alone time, and you have to figure out by yourself. So I started shutting down my the contact for a little bit, because I didn't. It was like the dead people. Sometimes they can be really intense when they need help. So that's the only strange, like different connection that I had growing up.
Awesome. And something that I also wanted to talk about is something maybe valuable or very memorable for you that you wanted to share.
Valuable. Maybe having a good connection with my parents, like the support that they had in that time, even though I didn't know how to explain myself. That helps a lot. I think maybe you are expecting me to say like, oh, like the connection with other extraterrestrials, or because that's normal to me. Right now, I'm being a human here on Earth, and for me, it's easy to understand all the universal life, like my other lives in different planets. But here is like how I can do my best in this life. So having some support in my family, and knowing that they were there for me, even though I didn't know how to ask for that help, it was really good. And also my human spiritual guides that I had here growing up, that they, even though their experience was different, just knowing that there was other people going through something, and connecting to other beings and trying to understand their life here on earth and what they are supposed to be doing here, like their mission. It was really good. Like as a 12-year-old, it was like, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that doesn't know what's happening, but we're here all together. So maybe that's the thing, because I'm very into experiencing my human life right now.
You're living the human experience, and that's beautiful. And that's so great that you had a support system growing up, because in what we do, not everybody has that, where it's like it can be very vulnerable to talk to your family and friends and be like, okay, hey, so I can connect with aliens, I can connect with spirit guides. It's great that you really had that support system.
Yeah, it helps a lot. And now that's why I created my channel, because I know there's a lot of people that doesn't have that support, and they don't know how to name what's going on in their life, what, like their spiritual, like their astral traveling. So I want to be that support system. I wanted to create that, like a community, so they can connect with each other and share also their experience in their comments, or they DM me and ask for help. So it's really nice that I can give something to other people.
I love it. And okay, so I also wanted to talk about bilocation. And I'm so fascinated with this because I was watching a YouTube video, and then you were saying that, okay, so it looked like you were in your home, but then you were in another country that was experiencing war at the same time physically. And there was a little boy there, and then you telepathically told the boy, hey, can you see me? And then he said yes. And then you were saying there was another woman and her child, I guess, fleeing past you, and they made eye contact with you. And this is so awesome. What exactly is bilocation, and can you tell us a little bit more about the experience?
Okay, so bilocation is being in two different places, or maybe more places, in a physical form. So, like in this density, you have like your number one body, and you are conscious where your number one body is, and then you can experience life the same in other place, and move like as a regular human, and people can see you as your number one body looks like. I did feel that it's a different density, but it looks the same. So my experience, so that's by location. And my experience, I didn't actually realize that I was doing by location, because I do a lot of astral traveling, and I can go to different countries or be in different places in my house by doing astral traveling. So I'm very comfortable with that. And then I was doing this meditation for 30 days. It was like an hour to 2 hours meditation. And in day like 25 or something, I was very comfortable in my bedroom by myself. And my spiritual guides took me to this other country. And I thought I was just astral traveling. And then this kid was there looking at me and staring, and I was like, see me? And he said, yes. And for me, it's like, okay, kids are very connected. So, of course, he can see me if I'm astral traveling. But then this woman came by carrying a baby, and she was staring at me. And I was like, she can also see me. So, this is not astral traveling.
Travel.
Something else is going on. So my spiritual guides told me what's going on right away, and they were like, you have been doing this before, like you know how to do this, and you've done it before. Is that you are not being conscious about it, and you are not understanding that you can use this to for more, to help people or just to experience more in life. And there was a war going on in that place. Like I started like feeling the energy, and I came back right away when I felt that this woman was running out of fear and trying to protect her kids. I came back to my body, like all my energy just in one body, because it was too much for me to handle in that moment. I also felt a little bit guilty because I couldn't do anything for them, and I didn't know that I could. I cried for like an hour after that, because I was like, if I was there, it's because I could do something for them. If I could teletransport myself to other worlds, maybe I could take them out of there. So I felt guilty, and then my spiritual guides were like, no, it was just for you to experience that, and what you're feeling right now is what you needed to feel, so you can start using this gift and this ability on different ways and actually help people. And like, I didn't need it to feel guilty, it's just a learning process and understanding how everything works in this planet. So I did that, and then I realized that I did bilocation other times before. Like, my grandma said that I was in her place and I helped her go to the bathroom, but I wasn't conscious about that. Yes. But I wasn't conscious about it. And then another time, being conscious, I was in my room and I was feeling really bad, and I wanted my mom to come to my room, but she was already in bed and I wasn't sure if she was sleeping. So I started calling her like telepathically, because we do have like that kind of communication with my mom and my dad. And she wasn't responding. So I was like, okay, I don't want to go myself, but I'm going to just go, like, send another part of me to her room. Yeah, split. So I consciously came out of my body, like when you are going to, I don't know, to, yeah, to do an astral traveling. And then I started to put that body like in a different density. And I walked out of my room and I went and I stood next to my mom's bed, and I was staring at her and sending her telepathic messages and be like, Mom, look at me, like, come to my room, come to my room. And she wasn't responding, and I felt right away, because she likes to go to sleep early, and I was like, okay, she's not going to wake up. She just wants to be in bed already. So I came back to my room and to my body, and the next day she was like, I felt you in my room and you were staring at me, but I didn't want it to wake up. Like, I wanted to be in bed. And I was like, you should have looked at me now, because then I wouldn't know if you were capable of seeing me. Like, I was doing like a bilocation thing. And she was like, I felt you, like you were there, like physically. I was like, okay, so I did. So that's like more conscious. I haven't used it too much, or with people that I actually told them, like, okay, I'm going to do this, tell me if you see me or not. But I try to connect with that, a lot of people with these abilities.
That's so cool. Well, do you feel anything physically? Like, do you maybe feel the cells from your body transporting into another room? Like, I don't know. Like, is there anything you feel physically?
It feels, when I'm meditating, my body feels really nice. It feels weird. It feels like my arms are longer, like my legs are longer. So, and like my head, and like, imagine like all the chakras coming all together. So it feels kind of like that.
Wow.
But I don't know. Yeah, it feels the same as astral traveling.
Wow. But then you physically are in another location. Oh my gosh, I want to try that. So, do you have any tips maybe for me or anyone else that want to try bilocation, as a beginner?
It's actually it happens so natural to me. I will say you have to learn, you have to know yourself. So you don't lie to yourself, like because sometimes you think you're doing something, but you're actually not doing it. So you have to be very real with
Honest and real.
yourself
Okay.
and understand how your mind works, because sometimes your mind is not understanding what's happening, so it's going to say like, no, it's not happening, or you're crazy. So you need to know to meditate so you can calm your mind and understand your mind patterns, so you can put your mind on the side and not pay attention to what is saying too much, so you can experience what is happening. But if you already astral travel or astral project, is easier, because I think uh, bilocation is like another level, because you actually also have to know how your body works, because it's going to be on this density. But astral projection is another density, is more calm for me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Me
have
too.
to push so hard, I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And you also have to be very connected to this life. You have to understand that you're being a human and understand how being a human is, because you're going to make another body of yourself. So if you don't even want to be in this world, so how are you going to create
Replicate
other
yourself.
body of yourself?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so another question comes up. So like what if the other you, like let's say something happens, let's say water falls on you and you get wet. What happens to your body in the other place? Does it also get wet by water? Has that ever happened? I don't know.
No, because it's like it's another person. The only connection is the emotional connection. So I will feel the emotion in this body, but the physical, and I haven't been into like pain or something in the other body, so I can not tell you how it is, because there's people that ask me, if the other body gets shot, like are you going to die? I'm not sure about that. And because you can protect that body, like you can just disappear. And also this physical body, you can. I haven't done that, but if you get to that level, you can disappear like this body, or move it to change the density so nothing happens to it. So it's just, that's why you have to know how this body works, so you can react in this part, and also knowing how the energy works, so you can be like, okay, this is happening, I'm leaving.
So you can just will yourself to leave and
Yes.
prevent anything from happening
Uh-huh.
or
So
potentially happening.
what I experience is more emotional impact. Like we're connected, the mind is connected. I just have to explain to my mind what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's new, so I talk to my mind. And but maybe something could happen to your physical body, because let's say when someone visits, like witchcraft for example, that you get visited by another being, and in like the astral, and you can scratch them, and then when you see them physically, they have the scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends. If I know how to use the energy, maybe I could do something so my physical body doesn't have that scratch.
Uh-huh.
But I have never experienced it, so I don't know how to answer like clearly that question.
Oh, I mean, I mean, that was actually very helpful. So how many times have you done this?
Like consciously 3 times, and other times like I try, but I'm not sure if the other person
Was
could
aware.
see because I didn't ask them. Like I need to practice with someone and be like, okay, I'm going to your house. Can you see me? Let me know if you see me. I have to do that, and then I will let you guys know. But consciously, those 3 times, yeah, three, like that I know the other someone else saw me.
This is something I may want to try sometime. I've heard of monks doing it, but you're the first person that I've come across that has actually successfully done it before.
But see, for my story, that the first time that I was very conscious, I was meditating a lot. So that helps. That helps a lot. Meditating is, and then from there you just can sit and be like, okay, I'm just going there. And there's a lot of people that does it like very easy, and they are like, I need to work here, but I also need to do the dishes, and they send some the other part of to do the dishes.
Oh my gosh. I would love to have somebody go to work. That way I can stay here and concentrate on my YouTube.
Yes, so you can do that. It's just the intention. Of course, when you work with the light and with the right intention, your all the beings are going to be supporting you for you to be able to use all these abilities. So make sure that you have a good intention when you're doing this kind of stuff.
Cool, cool. Well, Susana, this was amazing. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you wanted to say before we come to a close?
No, I think that's it. I think that was all that I had to say today about my location.
Okay, great, great. And would you maybe ever want to come back in the future to have another chat?
Of course, I love talking to you. It was so nice. And we also made a video for my channel.
Yes. I know, I'm excited. I'm so glad that we got to do this, and I'm so glad that we got to know each other. And it was like a really random circumstance too, but I think it actually worked out for both of us. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And so you guys, yes, please check out her YouTube channel called Astrea, and also the YouTube video that we did together. And also please like and subscribe to her channel as well. And already, well, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.